everyone, and welcome to the map Ley Lines here. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of highlight viewer-submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Joining me for map number 1 here in the upper right corner shall be a red Zerg player. It is Boss. And their Terran opponent and/or possibly victim landing in the bottom left, it is Knight, or Knight Knight, as I might like to hilariously call them. I know. A Terran with a carrier portrait, you wipe that Protoss grin off your face. What are you? Must be a Protoss player by heart. Alright, that depot's a little early. What's going on here? Something's sus. Something's not quite right here. Depot's a little early. And Terrans, I know. You Terrans, you got the builds. You mapped them out to like 121 supply. Figured out all the notes, the different counters and things you have to do depending on what you see with your map packs at the 19-minute mark in the match. And then you scribble it all out at the end and you just mad, you say, damn it, Protoss. And I know. I'm also, of course, 1/3 Terran. I absolutely understand that. That's a spine. Why? Huh? Also, whoa. We've got why, huh, and whoa all in the same breath, y'all. Okay. So, I'm starting, I think, to see now what's going on with this. I was starting to see. So we've got a 4-racks mass marine. I'm sorry, 5 racks mass marine play. No gases, of course. It's all gonna be marines. Why pause? Oh, there was a pause. The tactical pause. Sorry. Must have been a misclick. No PP. You're supposed to say PP like this. PP for when you want a pause. And then you come back and you're ready. You say go, go. Because we, of course, we're StarCraft players have been very text efficient since, 2010, probably even before back in Brood War. I didn't play Brood War that competitively, though, so I'm not too familiar with the lingo, the texting lingo there, but StarCraft players, we were there a long time. All right, we know. We got this. That's a combo. Swarm host? This feels like Swarm host. How much gas have you mined? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's smelling like Swarm host to me. Alright. Well, this is going to be a match. Yeah, this is going to be a game. Alright. So we've got one player who hasn't quite evolved beyond the Marine button. That's a lot of depots. There's some suburban housing going on of depots over here, and we've got another player who, yeah. Why put this here? Like, really just to block? Like, this is such a risk. If these Marines, they're coming out, okay, they're going to get up this ramp, and they're going to smoke this Nidus network, which is not going to go very well for anything that is within said Nidus network. The Swarm host here, ready to go. Nidus Swarm number 1. Choice is in the main base. The Terran player decides to actually build a refinery, which feels like a mistake, a misclick. What are you doing? The timing on this actually really well lined up. Nidus Swarm. Yeah. Oh yeah, they know about it now. Swarm hosts are the choice. They do get a little distracted going after one of the Marines and decide to focus a decent part of the command center down. Terran player decides to just pull the trigger. Says it's go time. My Marines, they're almost at your base instead. This is a one-way trip now, lads. Okay then. The worm actually not cleaned up. There's not a whole lot of defense, really, for blue, who's going to try to make their way up the ramp here. It's just a lot of Marines. Well, oh god, it's just 2 locusts. Just kill them. Thank you. Really, I think maybe should have targeted the Nidus network, but I can understand targeting the spawning pool. You don't want things like Zerglings coming out, I guess. Locusts, the group of them will shoo the Marines away. But Locusts, as we know, very self-conscious with their existence, not quite able to stand up to any amount of insult and injury, die off pretty quickly, all on their own. Yeah, see, this is an issue, because now we've got... What are we going to do? We just put all the hosts in the worm. You're going to lose the worm. Oh, if they focus the Nidus network, everything goes down. Hydra Den on the way. That's a pick. It's a choice. Locust, decent connections, actually able to take out quite a few of the Marines. This is a lot of swarm hosts to deal with. Yeah. I mean, Terran Bio deals with swarm host reasonably well. Usually you want to have, you know, more than 10 Marines, maybe with stim, shields, medevac support. Usually when I say bio's a decent counter, I mean actual bio composition, not your Grandpappy's mass Marine 4X rush. Okay. Not quite what I was going for when I made that unit counters video. Hydralisks pop out, accidentally find their way to deal with the Marine swarm hosts across on the other side. Oh god. Oh no, they have to cancel. They almost didn't too. Good grief. Okay then. Well, a lot of Marines, still the choice, and at 2nd and 3rd CC in the main base, I can kind of agree with the decision. Overlord still presents a risk. Nidus worms. Vision, of course. The Zerg player doesn't appear to know what to do. Did we lose them? No, they're still here. Not too sure what they're doing. They're moving the Overlord in, because why keep the one thing that's giving you vision, I suppose. Now the Marines do find Nidus worm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Another one's coming up in the main base. Terran player does see it. I feel like this all comes down to really an engagement. If the Locusts actually can clear the Marines, let them out. Let them out. Uh-oh, we lost the Nidus worm. Replacement worm, quick. No. No. Also, there's one Hydra. Where'd the rest of them go? Oh, they're in the Nidus still. They couldn't make it out before the worm was torched. Uh-oh. The cooldown for swarm hosts is too darn long. The worm's prioritized picked off, which means there's not really any escape here. I think the cooldown should be just about done, though. My math off? My timing? Oh god, it is just a little bit off. It's gonna be plenty enough. Marines should be able to clean them up. Oh, another wave comes out. We'll have to run away, I think. But this is now a much more manageable number. The Zerg player has spent pretty much all of their Vespene. Well, actually, because they quit mining it, I suppose. Haven't decided to make any drones since the 90s. The 4 swarm hosts here will be picked off. No more Nidus worms coming to save you. I think these command centers were canceled again. One of them was killed, actually. That's a little awkward. But I'm pretty sure the Terran's okay. The Zerg is in an issue. They're in hot water just because of the lack of Vespene. I mean, at this point, speedlings. I mean, just mass speedlings, even. I guess just do something to make a hatchery, please. It's a lot of Hydras in the Nidus worm. Not gonna come out to be of really any help, though. At this point, what's the win condition? Do we normally not get to this point? You unleash the swarm host, locusts, and players are just like, quit, surrender, they have locusts in my main base. I guess so. And Terran, I mean, you, dear Terran, add-ons, my friend. These are 5 naked barracks here. The SCVs, pull out your shivs, boys, quick. Repair that Nidus worm into oblivion. Full surround, pretty good surround. Actually, that's not going to be enough, though. Hydras do make it out. Gonna start to pick off the workers. Siege tank is here and set up, though. If they could get a little closer, get the jump on it, maybe. Oh god, focus it down. The repairs initiated, though. Siege tank will be picked off. Workers will be deleted. We're down to only one. One SCV. Where's the one SCV? Get in that command center right now. Timmy. No. Maybe if you stay really still, don't make any sudden movements, maybe they won't notice you. There's a siege tank here commanding the front attack, I suppose. I think an upgrade just got denied, probably metabolic boost. The Marines will just gun their way right through the Zerg base now. 5 Hydras on the way. Well, we've got some Zerglings. I guess they came through with this attack. So we do actually have a little bit of a game. They both have 0. They both have 0 workers, which is really bad news for the Zerg, because, of course, the Terran can make workers. They're fine. Freaking Terrans and their flying buildings. The Zerg player, though, this layer is gone. And with the larva gone, too, there is no hope of rebuilding. Nothing's going to be able to be remade here, so it's going to be down to 12 Marines, 1 siege tank up against 19 Lings and 9 Hydras. Actually, you know, the numbers, it can work out. This could go either way. The boss has not rebuilt their base and is being revealed. What do you have left? The 2 extractors, the creep tumors don't count, so I think it's going to be just the Nidus worm. I think this Nidus worm is going to be the last building. I kind of like the idea of trying to get the jump on the Terran army here. The Marines are dealing with the extractors. If you could grab the siege tank, not going to be able to. Terran's here, ready to help out, ready to protect. Oh god. Do we come to blows? Ooh, careful. Oh my gosh, be careful, you two. Really? This is what it comes down to. There's 2 command centers. They will start to, I think, probably make some SCVs. Yeah, SCVs made. There's... Oh, the creep tumor was the target. Intriguing choice. There's 1 Marine. No, the barracks. You didn't kill the barracks. The barracks survives. Oh my gosh, the siege tank firing on the plates killed a Marine. I think our Terran might be feeling a little bit of nerves, a little bit of anxiety, which is completely understandable. Oh god, the 1 Zergling attack got this burning, really. Repairs initiated. 2nd Zergling comes to help out. The Marines, though, from the barracks. There's no way they can't get here in time. This is the last building. It's over. The Terran is gonna take it. And well done. Well played, both of you, truly. What a headache of a match there. Real nail biter, as someone might want to put it. Good grief. What started out as just some aggressive viewer creativity turned into quite an explosive base race. We ended up... I mean, the Terran really didn't have a whole lot going for them up here. Just barely starting worker production. The army was doing fine, but man, not killing those barracks? Mistake. Nidus worm will be picked off. Thank you very much for the submission. That was a good one. That is not all for today, though, folks. Onwards to the next match. For the next match of the day, we find ourselves on the map Ley Lines here. The Protoss player in light pink, a custom game. The upper right shall belong to Skiem. And their Protoss opponent, a PvP on this fine map. It is Adam in. Is Adam in? Or is it all one word? Why isn't Adam out? I guess that's the fine question. Forge. Why? Why? Proxy Pylon. Oh. This is why this was sent in. Okay, perfect. Wait, oh god, is it 4? You're doing a 4-gate? No. Do it. Do it. Yes, it is. It's a 4-gate versus a cannon rush. Well, this is going to be a quick one, guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't drink all the beverage just yet, though. We're going to have to save it, apparently. Because this one's liable to be explosive and quick. We've got a cannon already on the way on the low ground. Perfect spot to start this up. A probe gets kind of locked in here and decides to pick on the shields for the gateway a little bit. Well, that'd be giving away their probely existence. Now, red here, Mr. Cannon Rusher, doesn't quite know just yet. Just knows that there was nothing at the wall. Sees nothing at the wall and is probably feeling quite happy, feeling quite confident with that. Like, ooh, alright, I got this one in the bag. We're gonna slow cannon crawl our way. But then, everything changed when the Zealot Nation attacked. The Zealots get up the ramp, see the defensive cannon and go, ooh, that's not a good idea. I will say not yet. Once you have more Zealots, though, bust the door open. This is the bigger issue, because there's not really any answer. Really, as soon as you saw the cannon, I think you should have thrown a forge down, just to make one at home, but the too little too late. Here's our map now. The pylon wall is busted wide open. Zealots now able to do a little bit of damage to the cannon. They should get through solid mineral walk, trying to get more surface area. We'll surround the Zealots. Do we have anything going on over here? No, the focus is here. Alright, the battle ensues. Zealots versus probes and cannon. Cannon will lose undoubtedly first, probes quickly following. Go for the pylon. Oh my god, go for the pylon. It's just one. Why? Why hit the gateway? Oh god. Oh god. No, you're gonna get the adept out. It's not. Oh god, it's close. That was so close. God, if you had just killed the pylon, though. The pylon has less health. The pylon was destroyed. There wouldn't be an adept now to deal with the Zealots. And mathematically, on paper, the adept can deal with the Zealots forever. We will see how that actually transpires into real practice. The probes eviscerated, gone in an instant. There's way too many Zealots. Good grief. The buildings, though. Now see, here's the other part of this. Because yes, there's Zealots in the main base. Yes, the adept can technically deal with them, but probably not before the Zealots go full on bull in a china shop in the main base here. This is not going to go very well. Luckily, though, for red, they've got other buildings. Way over here. This is their last cannon they can make. They're down to just 100 minerals. Oh. Well, I do kind of agree with trying to keep some of the probes alive. The Zealots, where'd the adept go? Where'd the adept go? Oh, the adept is kiting. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. These are slow lots. So they're, I mean, as long as the adept player does this correctly and is fine, they can kite the Zealots, deal with them slowly over time. The issue is, you know, the pink here, they're still getting minerals. Why they haven't made a single forge, I don't know. Maybe they're just going for the numbers strat. You didn't destroy the assimilator, though. It feels like a little bit of an oversight, but also I can understand wanting to focus on the task at hand. There's cannons hitting this. They're gonna try to keep the cannon alive as long as they can. The last bit of minerals are used on a pylon. The Adept is here. Did we have recall? I think you could have recalled stuff. Maybe. I think Pink could have used a recall here. Oh my god, that was every probe. You made a cyber core. Now? Now we made a cyber core? Really? After we lost all of our probes and have 0 Vespene gas. Go for the Adept. You gotta clear the Adept. The cannons are easy. The Adept is the real struggle here, the linchpin, so to speak. And this is all that Red has to focus on, is just keeping this Adept alive. If the Adept is still alive, then the Adept can deal with the Zealots, albeit slowly. Oh. Oh. Oh god, it's so bad. Oh, they get a few shots, take out the shields. Gotta deal some health damage, though, to make any real progress. The shields will come back. Every time they turn around, the Adept gets another shot off, and the Adept deals bonus damage to the Zealots, so this is not going very well, I will say, so far. Oh, they're trying, they get a oh, it wasn't a full surround. The cannon actually helps out, clears one of the Zealots. Oh, the tension. The Adept Shade working out. Keep the Adept alive here for a little bit. Another flank, another surround attempted. The Adept Shade should be fine. Sufficient. Oh my god, this is so frustrating for Pink. There's 2 probes desperately trying to get any amount of minerals. Even just 1 stalker makes this so much easier, but the time for that has long passed, I suppose. The Zealots, I think Red might be a little too good. A little too good with the Adept play, the Adept micro. Probes try to help out, they take a little bit of the shields off. The only 3 probes for Red, they're just huddled next to the cannon, just desperately trying. Well, the Adept cancels the Shade, actually, feeling a bit good about this attack, I suppose. Picks off 2 more of the probes, up to 12 kills. This Adept has 12 kills. Cannon takes out a 2 Zealots for 1 cannon. Way to go, Cannon. Good grief. 7 kills on the Cannon, 12 on the Adept. I don't think Pink's gonna get it done. Not enough money. This is the last Zealot, and the Adept has proven quite adept at killing. GG goes out. The probe was the final kill for that. Once again at 0 probes. Wow, that was explosive. That Adept really earning her namesake today. What a match. Thank you for the submission. Absolutely wonderful to see. PvP in a nutshell. There you have it. There you go, kids. That is not all for today, though, folks. One more on the menu. We find ourselves on the map Ultra Love here. The Terran in the upper right corner, occupying the red side of the map. Thank goodness it's a red Terran. It is General Wong. I'm gonna go with. And their Protoss opponent could get all 3 represented today. Blue probes in the bottom left. It is Occam's Razor. What are you doing? So quickly. So quickly, the Protoss shows its true nature. Shenanigans filled. Okay. Deceitful, I suppose. However, if you're trying to appear AFK, that's one too many workers. Now, your opponent can't see this, of course, no. So you'd be counting on them to actually count. Unlikely to happen at most levels, I would say. But the Terran's also going to proxy. The 2 racks, huh? Proxy 2 racks with a tech lab. This smells like Marauder. I'm thinking probably a Marauder play. We'll see if this one gets a tech lab too. I think that's a guarantee. Unlikely to be a combat shields rush. Can't rule it out, of course. Could be, but unlikely. This is also getting a tech lab. It's a Marauder play. Alright, so a Marauder play. Not a bad option as an opener up against a Protoss. I will say Marauders are a little scary. However, the Protoss seems to just exude apathy. They've got their own thing going, their own plan. They're slightly over the probe count for looking AFK, but it's also fine. On the other side, though, they've decided... Oh. Really? Well, they fixed it. 12 workers is the magic number for looking AFK. Didn't expect you to only recall 2. Like, really? Only recall 2. That's a choice. That's commitment, I will say, because you're about to lose all of these probes. These probes are gone. This Nexus is toast. There's a decorative bunker going up in the natural. Marauders, they get here. Do they have concussive? They do have concussive, usually the pairing for this rush. And it's a Stargate tech choice. It's a rather bold move. You are about to not have hardly any probes. You don't quite know about it just yet, but I think it's about to show itself. The Marauder count at 4. Terran decides now is the time, moving into the base here. Gunning down the Nexus. Not a bad option. If the opponent truly is AFK, that's the quickest path to victory. Now, when this is destroyed, the probes are going to try to take minerals over to this Nexus, unless the Protoss hold position. Hold position will make it look AFK. I don't think they're going to do it, though. I don't bet money on it. No, okay. Probes, they're going to start to try to take resources back, which should be a tell to the Terran. There's another base somewhere. Because probes don't do that just all on their own. They're trying to take the minerals back to the high and mighty, well-dressed Executor. Up here, he sticks his head out the little window here to shout orders and commands. Like, our warriors have engaged the enemy. Yes. Where are you going? Go look for the base. Marauder's not too sure what to do. The Terran is, I never thought I'd get this far. 2 racks, 10 Marauder. This is a goal. This is a choice, I suppose. You getting +1? You could get +1. They're not going to, though. SCV does find the base. Terran player does see it, knows now where the Protoss is. What's the response? Aggression. I'm sure. The Marauders will start to make their way there. SCV's still looking around here. Oracle flies into the main base, starts to pick off a couple of the workers. Turret's already in position, though. Should be fine to help out. You do not want to lose this Oracle. I don't even think you want the Oracle here. I think you want to bring the Oracle home. It's out of energy now. Well, energy overcharge exists. Tempest is on the way. If the Tempest gets here, that's going to be fantastic, I suppose. But I'm not sure that the Marauders are going to give you the opportunity. Nope, not looking too good. Energy overcharge is used on the Oracle, which is now going to start the slow grind of Pulsar beaming down upwards of a dozen Marauders. The Adept tanking a lot of shots. What a lass, holy moly. Battery helping out, making the Adept seem invincible. The Tempest production is stopped, which is not usually good. Yeah, not quite ideal. We really want those Tempests to rise up into the air, and if you get that reference, good on you. It's coming out soon, I suppose. Oracle still has the pulsar beam active. 12 kills on this Oracle. Not too shabby. What a defense. It's a hold. 9 Marines now on the map. If they were to go now, I suppose it might be helpful. As energy overcharge back up, it just completed the cooldown. And the energy is just now here. So never mind, the Oracle would probably be fine. Tempest gonna be chronoed out. Good choice. Get that out here as quick as possible, I suppose. Marines. Like, we're getting stim. Stim shields and +1. We're trying to turn this into a legitimate build. Okay, General. You got this. Make a missile turret. If it was just an Oracle, I would say the missile turret is a good idea. It is not just an Oracle, though. Second command center on the way. The General is actually trying to wiggle their way out of this, as a general, as a tactician would, I suppose. Our Protoss friend here is just trying to crank out more Tempest, it would seem. They don't have quite enough money to support another Stargate, and my thought, maybe Warpgate. I would probably slap on Warpgate to this just to have it. Better to have it and not need it. Get even just a couple of Zealots would help to buffer for some things. As long as the Marines don't kill the Tempest, Stasis is a really good move. How good? Come on. I didn't know the cannon was going to be such a Chad move, too. Good grief. The Stasis does get triggered. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, then. The Marine attack failed thanks to the aid of a single cannon and 2 batteries. Stasis trap is going to wear off. Where the Tempest going? Clean up these Marines. Where you going? That's right. Come back. Come back. Ugh. I feel like that's one of our definitions of overkill. When you kill a Marine with 2 Tempest shots, like, what is that? What's the voltage on a Tempest? Has somebody done the math on this? It's probably quite a bit. Ooh, Oracle's picked off by a Widowmine. That hurts. Losing the Oracle hurts. The Oracle is a really nice pairing to Tempest, thanks to Revelation. Give a bit of vision. And placing the starport here is going to prove to be somewhat unhelpful. Viking production will continue. Starts to... Nope, it will be cancelled. Alright, that's good. Get the starport out of there. Try to actually make some Vikings somewhere a little safer. And Cyclone. Cyclone Viking. Hell, even Thor. Thor. Why not Thor? Probably can't afford Thor. Definitely can't afford Thor if we're sitting here with no production. Make something. Make anything. God. Even Marines. Even though I would probably laugh at you for trying to just mass Marine this, it can work. It can be done. Just a little grisly, I suppose. No, we're going for Widow Mines again. They'll get one shot off, I suppose. The Tempest gone back to recuperate and somehow add to their numbers. The budding system of Tempest over here. The lack of production is really just killing me. The Terran, like, you've got 4 racks. You've got the factory. The starport at least put very far out of harm's way. That's going to help. Unless the Protoss decides to go after the natural, which is a possibility. I can't rule it out. I never want to delve too far into a viewer's mind. It's a dark and scary place. Ugh. Just thinking about it gives me shudders and terrors. The tectonic destabilizers will complete, adding on to the Tempest building damage. The Widow Mine's poised and ready to strike. Now, one Widow Mine alone is not going to do a whole lot to the Tempest. Make them rather uncomfortable, slightly nervous at the situation. It's the follow-up that's going to be really important. You know, the follow-up, like any other amount of units. Oh, the Widow Mine does go off. connects with one of the Tempests. They angrily deal with it then. Oh, second will be picked off. Barracks will be lifted, which is almost worse. The Tempest range, they have a longer anti-air range, which is not good for the Terran in this case. The moment has passed, the production no longer really going to be that helpful. Marines stimming forward, not even going to get one. They retreat back to the batteries. A solid Tempest battery play combo here. The Vikings, God. Yeah. Yep. Uh-oh. Angry Marines charging the line here. There's cannons to help out. This is not just the Tempest. And I'm pretty sure the cannons and Tempest together combined can deal with this. Yeah. Marines, they will clear the cannons eventually. There's only one more at the base here, but the amount of Tempest, 6 Tempests, that's quite a storm. Monsoon even. Is that what we call multiple Tempests? Tempests? Tempesties? I'm going with a monsoon. That sounds kind of fun. Well, the probe hard at work, adding more to the static defense. Terran whittled themselves down to a mere 4 Marines, which appear to even be kind of scattered, spread out. Yeah, that's not great. Luckily, the Protoss has forgotten to make more Tempests. The Stargate has gone rather dusty and decorative, been sitting at 6 for a fair bit. So the Terran does have an opportunity, I suppose, to try to get some semblance of army supply together. +1 air attack did complete, which, if you would just make more Vikings, would be supremely helpful then. I don't think they're going to get much of an opportunity, though. Protoss quite comfy using these Tempests for evil, aggressive maneuvers. The Vikings now the choice. They're going to engage far before they were ready. Tempests just retreat back to the batteries, which is not great. Certainly not. Siege tanks to clear the ground, Vikings to clear the air. Cyclone, I mean, yes, like initially Cyclone's fine, and even afterwards, as long as you get the lock-on upgrade, whatever it's called, mag field accelerator, it just ends. It just ends. Good grief. Okay, well, thank you for the submission here, dear wonderful viewer. I will say hats off to you. A solid Tempest battery play. Little dicey up against the Marauders, but Oracle, it proved to save the day at that moment in time. Terran, use your production. Good grief. Okay, if you're a Terran and you're looking at this, you're like, how do I deal with this? Okay, first of all, scouting helps. They did identify this pretty early on. And then they really didn't do much with that knowledge. Vikings, of course, is really the end answer, because you want to be able to outnumber the Tempests enough that you can just knock them, just drop them dead. 1-2 volleys. That way you outdo the battery. Siege tanks, only like 1 or 2. It really, once you're a bit safer, you can start to make siege tanks, but until you feel safe, it's Cyclones, it's Vikings. Get mag field accelerator, reactors on the starports, and just start cranking out, because you can produce both of those faster than the Protoss can make Tempest. You can outproduce the Tempest. Once you have a little bit of control, set a siege tank up here and just start whittling down the static defense. Vikings and Cyclones keep the tanks safe. Vikings can play footsies with the Tempest a little bit, but past that, you're just trying to outproduce. In this Terran's case, I mean, they went kind of Marine heavy, they went kind of bio. If you want to add on Marines, I guess try to drop. Try to go find some damage somewhere else, but you're going to have a hell of a hard time catching Tempest with Marines in this case. This was not quite the maneuver for the Terran, but nonetheless an entertaining match, so very well done, well-earned victory. Thank you again for the submission, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you guys have a great day.